embellished, recycled, or upcycled, or repurposed, and they, so you're going to see a variety of items made in different genres. In addition, you're going to notice that these garments have fabrics from around the world. Japan, Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, Laos, Mali, and Latin America, Guatemala, Mexico.
Following 9 types of items. Circles and squares, which included washers, grommets, and other fun stuff. Decorator fabrics and shears, embroidered and patterned. Multiple color choices and sizes of zippers. Iron-on transfers, fashion rocks, and sew hose. Okay, we're going to have our next 4 models. And from your right, we have Terry Noonan. Terry, one of Terry's favorite fabrics is this one with elephants marching across the African savanna. She framed this fabric with black strips and used it for the back. For the front, she sliced and inserted black strips and another African print. Terry attached African animal patches on the sleeves. It is lined with a lively animal print. Next, we have Ann Nash. Ann made her bod coat from 2 one-yard pieces of 42-inch wide fabrics. She added Seminole pieced borders on the front and neck edges as well as the sleeves. Because it is reversible, she used gold fabric to make one side dressier. She still wears it, although it's 20 years old, and she also found that she had a purse that matched it. Donna purchased the fabric for this coat from the quirky Delectable Mountain Fabric Shop in Vermont, which sells many natural fiber fabrics. Her friend Priscilla Thornton custom dyed it. Although the coat is not reversible, Donna thinks of the wool side as a built-in fabric paint to highlight some of the leaf prints. The front panels are hand-dyed linen and rayon. The pattern is by Louise Hines. Okay, next we have Jenna Darlak. Jenna is wearing a butterfly-style jacket that she made in a workshop taught by Priscilla Kibbee. The floral fabric is an Indonesian print purchased from Priscilla. The necklace is from fabric scraps made into stuffed yo-yos and sewn on with a Japanese print fabric with other cottons and batiks. It features a flattering curved hemline. The sleeves are lined with Bemberg rayon for ease of slipping on and off, while the body lining looks like a hand-dyed fabric. She used the pop-top jacket pet India, who used kantha stitching to combine 2 saris into a single layer of fabric. She combined this fabric with panels woven in Guatemala and strips of red and green silk for accent. The neckband is thin whale corduroy. We did mention we had fabrics from all over the world, and were you really seeing them? Okay. Donna Patrick's jacket is being modeled by Jan DeTar. That's having one name and then somebody with a different face showing up is throwing me off a little bit. Donna dyed this cotton gauze scrim fabric with indigo to create a lightweight bod coat modeled by Jan DeTar. She accented the front bands with hand stitching. The cuffs are made from her own hand-dyed silk. This is a lovely breezy jacket. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Coat. Howry. Quote, worn over a kimono. Anne's cut off the long sleeves to westernize it and make it easier to wear. She fashioned a pocket from the fabric she cut off. When worn as a howry, the front and neck border is folded back. Originally, it had a tie halfway down the front, which Tina explored opposites in the design of this jacket. The front is balanced symmetrically, while the back features asymmetrical balance. On the front, feminine lace is balanced by the masculine tie with suspenders. Tina closes the jacket with a rattlesnake skin and teeth brooch.
Wow.
Okay, and then we have Linda Allen. Linda's American Sewing Guild made loose-fitting tops from 1 to 1.5 yards of silky fabric. She chose to use a wool shawl she had from Russia. She added the neck hole and side seams as they did. She finds the shawl much more wearable this way. Cover animals and embedded them on the black sleeves. She finished the jacket with traditional striped band. A cotton animal print serves as the lining of the body. The sleeves are lined with polyester for ease of slipping on and off. And then we have Margaret Miyake. This blue knit Land's End dress, Margaret used variegated sashiko thread. She stitched between the garments, stitching in the yoke, then added the leaf design with the same thread. She used simple straight stitching to add interest to the cuffs. Okay. Joyce Lyke. Joyce entered this garment in this fashion show before she knew if it would be a jacket or a vest. It is made from her Christmas tablecloth. She made the mistake of putting her dog's presents of dog bones on the table. He jumped up several times, catching his nails in the lace cutouts, but she still loves him and has a beautiful jacket.
So work in progress.
Jan DeTar is modeling a Caris Burton jacket, this short swing jacket. It is lightweight, loose-fitting cover-up. It is made from a fluid commercial rayon, which was originally variegated shades of pink. Caris tied various size circles in the fabric, then wrapped them in plastic and dyed the fabric with indigo to get the blue color. The style is derived from the Little Something jacket by CNT Pattern Company and is sized to fit size 8 to 12, and it's for sale for $100. Okay. Beth Brewer. Beth purchased the fabric for this skirt from Handloom Boutiques at the last quilt show. She altered Vogue pattern 7910 to include pockets and used the border print as the waistband and pocket trim. The shirt is Colette's pattern Aster and was made with cotton from Patricia's Fabric House. Okay, let's see now. Jenna Darlak, have one missing. Okay, this is one of Jenna's many bod coats from a Priscilla Kibbee class. It is made from a child's blanket from Guatemala, which was purchased from Priscilla. Here's Tina Somerset. This hand-dyed jacket is a Vogue pattern. Tina added energy and design movement to the front with purple insets. The stenciled orange dots are festive touched as triadic colored schemed garment. Donna Patrick. This bog-style jacket is mostly upcycled fabric. The major part was a vintage Japanese kimono that Donna took apart. She added a lining and antique Asian embroidery piece. Judy's granddaughter Julia is modeling a prairie-type dress and bonnet made with Nepal's pattern M7231. This is the type of dress worn in the TV series Little House on the Prairie. The outfit is 100% cotton, periwinkle blue with a coordinated yellow and pink floral fabric used for the bonnet and trim on the dress. The outfit wouldn't be complete without Julia's high ankle shoes. Now she's ready for school, chores, or a trip to town with her family. Okay, Christina Kibbee jacket. A hand-woven traditional embroidered Mexican dress was Priscilla's inspiration for this bod coat. It is trimmed with Guatemalan fabric, hand-woven bracelets, and trims from Thailand. Model is Bud Kelly, modeling his wife's jacket. Nancy loves Pendleton shirts and wanted to buy one for her husband's birthday, but at $150, the price was a bit high. She found this Pendleton fabric at Jackie Lynn's, and matching the plaid was a challenge, but her husband Bud, who models the shirt today, was worth it. Okay. This is a Caris Burton jacket, modeled by Jan DeTar. What was once a couple of silk saris worn by an Indian woman is now a short semi-fitted jacket. Women in India join two thin layers of silk with parallel rows of running stitches, called kantha, using a cotton thread. The resulting fabric was sold as a shawl, but was generous enough to provide enough yardage for this garment. Caris finished the inside lining and the edges with hand-dyed silk. The pattern is a slightly altered version of the pop-top jacket by Jennifer Amar in a medium size, and it's for sale for $125. And Nash. Anne chose our flowery fabric to make this jacket to wear in the springtime. It is the Jasmine Jacket pattern by Margie Burkle, which was inspired by Kimono's very loose-fitting sleeves. It is reversible. Janet Root. For the primary fabric in this pop-top jacket, Janet chose a blue, brown, and gold cotton Japanese print featuring cranes. The secondary fabric is another Japanese fabric, and the trim and binding are batik in deeper shades of blue. The body is lined with white cotton, while the sleeves are lined in Bemberg rayon for the ease of sleeping on and off. At land's end and embellished it with sashiko stitching. She incorporated 3 sashiko designs using lavender, yellow, and green sashiko threads to dress up the simple net dress. Donna Patrick. Donna calls this felted jacket shades of purple, and it constructed it in a class where texture was created using hand-woven, hand-dyed butterfly silk over wool roving. The felting was accomplished using an electric sander. The addition of 3 different colors of the same button just seemed to fit the jacket. Okay, Marcia DeCamp. This kimono-style jacket was made from a used silk sari from India. Because the silk was so thin, Marcia fused a polyester fabric to it using Misty Fuse, a very fine web of fabric glue, thereby creating a single thicker layer of fabric. The neckband is also silk. Jenna Darlak. Jenna calls this her 37 shades of gray vest. She incorporated Seminole piecing patterns on the front and the back of the dress, or the vest, excuse me. All right. Jen DeTar's dress, Jan wanted to make a professional holiday dress for her daughter, Natalie, who is modeling it today. She thought the linen was a wonderful color for Natalie. Jan combined 2 simplicity patterns to make this dress because she wanted long sleeves and the main pattern had cap sleeves. She even added darts to the sleeves for ease and comfort, which are much more common in tailored clothing. She lengthened her dress and lined it. She thinks the cummerbund is fun. And Tina Somerset. Tina dyed each piece of this fall-colored jacket with a different mixture of magenta and green to stitching. This read which one was which. So this is actually the flowery fabric, and since I wasn't watching at the time, I didn't notice that it wasn't. She chose this flowery fabric to wear in the springtime. It's the jasmine jacket patterned by Margie Burkle, which was inspired by kimono's very loose fitting sleeves. It is reversible. Okay, let's see. So Audrey, getting me out of place is not good. Okay, so Audrey Andres. This loose-fitting, unlined kimono is a butterick pattern with a front edging and lower back hemline. The real feature is the beautiful fabric with green flowers that was a gift from Audrey's cousin Anne, who purchased it on a trip to Vietnam. Anne knew it would make a lovely jacket. Okay, Mary Jane Friend. Mary Jane's vest was a result of a workshop with Tina Somerset in which she learned how to adjust a pattern to fit perfectly. The pattern Bryce Canyon vest is by Morning Glory Designs and was made to be used with a multi-pattern 2.5-inch and batting. Mary Jane's strips are not multi-patterned. She used the quilt-as-you-go method for sewing them together to give the vest some subtle texture and some vertical lines. She replaced the batting with muslin. The little tumble of flowers on the back of the vest was attached using needle turn applique. Okay, and then we have Linda Allen. Linda has a friend who dyes silk. When he moved to Florida, he gifted her with many of his samples and fabrics. On the back of this jacket, you can see a sample of his gradations of color. What a nice friend. Caris has a friend who purchased a very unusually constructed black print dress in Taiwan. Her friend allowed her to take pictures of it so she could reproduce it, but she was unable to. She had to borrow the dress to make a clone in muslin. Caris painted some raw silk with an off-white background, which she thought would work for this dress. She decided the off-white was too bland, so she overdyed it with purple. It still needed something, so she discharged the original brown rectangles, which turned them green. The construction was quite complicated, and she vows she won't be making another one like it. Okay, next is Donna Patrick. Oh, actually, it's Jan DeTar. I can't see you guys because you're blocking each other. Okay, so Jan DeTar is modeling a Donna Patrick jacket. Donna Shibori dyed this piece of silk crepe in an indigo vat to create the design on the shrug coat. It is loose and free-fitting, a perfect topper for any outfit. This style is an original design by Donna, and this garment is for sale at $75. It is a medium to large. Okay, and Christina J. Cox is modeling a Priscilla Kibbee design. Priscilla's big shirt was made from huipul, hope that's right, or blouse from Guatemala. The parrots are hand-embroidered by the owner of the blouse. She used petite fabrics for trim. And Jenna Darlak, this yo-yo vest was made for Parrington Quilt Guild's Red and White Challenge in 2016. Made by Diane Erickson. It was constructed from a pack of fat quarters she purchased in Hawaii. Leftover fabrics were used in the lining, and the vest is not reversible. Beth Brewer. Beth used McCall's pattern 7 769, a sheath dress pattern from 1965. The fabric is from GVQC member Pat Berardi's sale table. It is fully lined in cotton batiste. We do reuse other people's stuff. Okay, Terry Noonan. Terry used a double-sided quilted Parisian fabric print for this reversible jacket. The other side of the jacket is white with black polka dots. All the seams are finished with black binding. Janet Root. To construct this jacket, Janet cut 2.5-inch strips of various black and white fabrics and sewed them onto a flannel base, thereby making a warmer jacket. The pattern is based on the pop-top jacket by Jennifer Amor, with a straight hemline rather than curved. The lining is white cotton with tiny silver polka dots, and Bemberg rayon lines the sleeves. It is a size as another jacket. This is felted wool fabric is the base for this felted vest. Donna added silk prints to create on the front is one of her mom's scarves that she was able to use, thus creating a very personal garment. Donna made this vest in a class with Australian felter Kathy O'Leary. Tina Somerset. This jacket was made using a commercial printed white cotton fabric. Tina dyed each piece of fabric of this jacket separately in different mixtures of yellow and purple dyes before she began its construction. The fabric takes the dye while the painted design does not. And Nash. This vest has Japanese cottons on one side and a bright silk lining fabric on the other side. Anne added gold trim to make it wearable around the Christmas season. The fronts and back are completely finished before being sewn together with top stitching. It is made with ribbons patterned by Diane Erickson. And we have Christina J. Cox with a Priscilla Kibbee jacket. Priscilla's turquoise, black, and white plaid bog coat contains embroidered beaded Shishima mirrors, I think I said Shisha? Mirrors, molitas, which are small molas, usually depicting birds and made for the tourist trade. A mola and beaded trim. The borders are black corduroy and trim from Shimla, the winter capital of India during the colonial days. Joyce Lyke. Joyce purchased this upscaled shawl from a vendor in the Boukville Antique Show, who had many such garments made from old tablecloths. A friend of hers hates this. Whenever she receives compliments on it, she texts this friend. She loved her very first compliment. It was from a biker chick with many tattoos. Simplicity, she matched the blue sashiko thread to the blue blouse. Donna Patrick. Donna hand-dyed this natural fiber jacket fabric in pieces, then constructed the jacket. She banded it with her hand-dyed navy silk. Its sleeve lengths are adjustable. I'll demonstrate. And this jacket will fit many body types. It is size large, extra large, and is for sale for $100. Terry Noonan. Terry's friend Ginny asked her to design a jacket similar to a commercial one she had seen. The challenge was to lengthen the jacket and redesign the front crossover. When Ginny's jacket was finished, Terry decided she wanted one for herself. She chose the fabric from her stash and added the red piping to accent the front. It can be worn crossover or swinging free. Janet Root. A Japanese-themed panel was the inspiration for one side of this reversible bod coat. It's a wonderful jacket for travel as it folds flat and easily be packed in a suitcase. This style coat has been made for at least 1,000 years. Basically, it is made from a flat rectangle of fabric and could have easily been made of hand-woven fabric or even animal skins. For the reverse size, Janet chose a crane-printed fabric with coordinating trim in black and white. It is for sale for $150. Okay, Anne Nash. This is a summer vest that Anne loves to wear. The cotton fabric contains favorite Japanese flowers, iris, chrysanthemum, and wisteria. She loves the mandarin duck swimming from left to right. Jenna Darlak. Jenna purchased this red and black rayon batik fabric from a vendor at Genesee Valley Quilt Club's 2015 show and made this jacket using the Little Something pattern. Marcia DeCamp. Marcia's poor woman's jacket is a kimono made from vintage fabrics from the markets of Laos. The fabric was hand-dyed with indigo, then appliqued with red fabric called Poor Women's Applique. The woven ribbon on the front and the fabric for the sleeves is from Thailand. The navy blue neckband is cotton batik. Tina Somerset. This top and cropped pants has an Asian theme. Tina placed an overlay of gold flecked black netting on the print panels, and then she finished with black grosgrain ribbon. The black cuffs complete both parts of the outfit. And Priscilla, right. This is a modified kimono jacket Priscilla made from hand-embroidered scarf. It is trimmed with silk and half-size strips of jelly roll batik. Priscilla's model is Jacob. Donna Patrick. Mud cloth from Mali was fashioned into an ethnic wearable by Donna. The bog-style coat is lined with rayon batik and banded with velveteen. It is very flattering and easy style to wear. Caris Burton. This is a Noonan felted tunic made all in one piece. Caris layered merino wool with silk gauze and felted them together. All materials were hand-dyed by Priscilla Thornton. This tunic is modeled by the maker, unlike what it says here. All right, and then we have a vest by Val Schultz. Jan DeTar is modeling Val's vest, which is a product of a class with Australian felt maker Catherine O'Leary. Various bits and types of silk fibers and hand-dyed cheesecloth have been coaxed into bonding with the wool in a modified Noonan silk technique. There is no commercial pattern for this vest. The final fitting was done while damp, and the shoulders and armholes were worked to fit while Val was wearing it. The buttons are also felt and were a gift from Deb and Nash. This ensemble includes a dress, shawl, and purse. Anne fashioned it from a silk kimono that she took apart. It is lined with silk fabric, also from the kimono. And our last model is Elaine Schmidt. Elaine is wearing a faux fur vest with a leatherette tie belt. There's a benefit auction happening now for the Catholic Family Center. Donna Patrick, one of our many models, challenged fellow Rochester area fiber artist members to take vintage linens and refashion them into elegant artisan apparel to benefit Catholic Family Center's 2 safe houses in Rochester. Yesterday's treasures, today's elegance was conceived to showcase these garments and to create a benefit for the Catholic Family Charities charity. Donna is the first one on my list, so Donna, if you'll stand forward. This tablecloth, with its many imperfections, was dyed with indigo using a shibori process. Then Donna transformed it into this wearable art jacket with French seams and shibori indigo dyed rayon bands. Janet Root. Because Janet is not a dyer, she asked Beth DeCamp to dye this tablecloth. It was too bright for her taste, so Beth kindly over-dyed it to a darker, more green shade. Because of the size of the tablecloth, it needed to be dyed in 2 separate sections, and they were not exactly the same shade. The pattern is Simplicity 1318. Janet added the boutique piping to jazz up the pattern a bit. And let's see, Terry Noonan is modeling Caris's. Oh, it's yours, okay. This jacket started as a white tablecloth. One part dyed the darker brown, the rest dyed lighter. This was made using Indigo's Junction Simple Swing jacket pattern. It is unlined and finished with French seams. The edges are trimmed with hand stitching, giving the jacket the look of a suede garment. Oh, thank you. You'll notice you've heard the name Priscilla Kibbee come up quite a bit. I'm wearing one of her jackets. She taught many of us how to make bog coats. So Priscilla, would you stand up and just take a little applause? We didn't get to see Priscilla often because she was doing it a few years ago. But we still love you and try to